All right, guys. So what we are doing, right? Basically, same thing we have done before: create, read, update, and delete. Okay, the CRUD operation. We are in the CRUD operation phase, right? So what we have done last week was how you're gonna add issue, and there was two field: title and description, which is sending from our form, and the rest of like a title, description, there was ID, then created add status, status was, and updated at, right? All that fields were, most of the field were auto generated, auto, right? The only title and description we deal in our form. So we did that part, right? The let me, yeah, so the next phase is how we're going to display the data. Okay, data, right? So let's look at the content here. The first one is showing issue, so we're going to finish this part because I want to display data from the our MongoDB database. Showing issue, right? That is the first part. So we have to import Prisma, right? Basically import Prisma, show the issue in the issue page. Import Prisma, Prisma find something. Here is the command, right? So that one we're going to do. Use table component for displaying the data, basically to, we're going to get that table from the Redux UI. So we'll see how we can do that. Map through the issue, right? So when you fetch data, it will be stored in one of the variable called issues, right? And then just map through that one and then display it. There is something called like something we're gonna do some modification in the UI, right? How you're gonna display things in the mobile, and then how you're gonna display in the desktop. So we're gonna do some adjustment there. But these are the few points so we're gonna cover. So let's start, right? The first one, first thing first. Let's see. I will close that. So in the issue page, in the issue, right? So where are we going to display now? Where are we going to display, right? So when page load, what happened? Okay, let's run this. Let's run and see, right, how it looks first. Because when page load app, right, you have app. This will be the like main, the direct. Look at the routing, right? How this work. Okay, when you do localhost, this is our root route. Okay, root main route, right? So when this route run, which page is loading? That is what we have to think, right? So that is our main page. Okay, main page will be always in the app. Here, app in the app, right? Here is the main page. So let's find out that page here. Okay, that's the page, right? So in this, this is the home page, right? Right now nothing is there, so let's leave it. So we're going to display the issue within and here is a layout, right? Layout. So see, we're just looking at the Ole Bogang system, right? And there was the navbar, and see the children route. When you click any route, right? Route means what? Localhost slash something. In our case we have issue, right? Issues. So localhost slash issues, that is one route. Okay, and we have all that routing in our navbar created, right? So look at the navbar. There is a dashboard. So dashboard is a home page, and issue, right? Issue is our issue route. Okay, slash issues. So let's click on the issues and look at here, slash issues. So what I'm thinking, we're just gonna display, right, the our all the issues here. Okay, below the button, right? So that is inside the issue and the page. So you have to look for that issue and page, right? So go back here in the issue. So if I expand the issue, right, you see the new page where the our HTML form is added. Okay, but now if you look at the let's see, issue, not inside the new but this page, that is what we have, right? And what we have is button here. Fine, so that's the button. Okay, so what we can do now, let's think, right? Think what we're going to do now. this is the issue page. We're going to display everything here. So return, basically return here, right? So why not we move this button somewhere, right? Let's see. I think we let me think. Okay, for now let's leave it, right? But we have to move this button. Okay, we're gonna just work on somewhere here right below. So what I will do, I'll just keep one div and try to work on this. Okay, here we're gonna display the issue. So first, let's try to fetch the data, right, from database. Const, I will call it issues equal to, and when you deal with any data, right, what we need? Prisma, correct? Prisma. So we're gonna import, right? Import Prisma client. Prisma client, that is what we need. Okay, and this function must be async, right? Async. Okay, and here we say await, right? Await and Prisma dot issue, right? Because issue is the model, model, right? And Prisma client, what is Prisma client doing? The Prisma client make us, make a communication with our database and our code, right? It's like a middleman. Okay, so right now I want to get data from the database, so this Prisma will do all the job. It has, how you set up Prisma, right? You have the link for our database, the data, we define the model, and everything is done in Prisma. So you just this client will make easy for us to do the communication. Simple. How you do? You import that client, Prisma client, which is inside the Prisma file, right? If you go to the Prisma here, and that is the client folder, and this is the piece of code, right? It will be always same like this. We don't have to worry about anything here. Okay, it will take care of the rest of the work. So we no need to worry about that client. So what we're going to do now, Prisma.issue, and we have to call the function, right? Find many, right? Like that, because we want to get all the data. Okay, and in the all data we don't need to pass any condition here, right? So just leave it like that. So we got the issue here. Once we have issue, what we're going to do now, right? So if you look at this issue, look at here, this already showing this issues ID, title, description, and all that. Okay, so the next step, what we're going to do is table. We need a table, right? Table. So let's go back to our Redux UI and find a table here. So we're going to use the table from here. Okay, table here, table. So if you guys know, right, how to create table in HTML, it's similar, but this is a component. Okay, this is a ready-made piece of code which makes easy to implement, right? So the first, the way you call HTML, just think like compare with the HTML. Okay, table, then you have table header, then you're gonna have body of the table. Okay, and and then close the table, close the body, right? Like that. So each row will be there, and also you have the table data, right? Table cell. Okay, so just imagine Excel sheet, right? Excel sheet. So what I will do, I'll just copy this, and for now maybe I will just place here, right? Div. Okay, do one thing, there is many. Let's put the button also inside the div for now, right? Let's put it. Maybe we're gonna use that div for something else later. Okay, fine. So inside this div I'm gonna place the table here. Oh, sorry guys. I'll just copy the whole thing and place it here. Okay, so see, now it's saying you need to import all that, because we have not imported, right, table and all that. Okay, so basically we need table. Okay, so what I will do, I will click on this, right, and I say control dot, and it says add all the missing import. I will click on that and it should import, right? So if you look at now, here I got the table. Good. So I just need table. I don't need all this, right? I just need table. I'm gonna need header, and header row is there, right? That is I need. And in the body I'm gonna need only row, right? And yeah, so I'm gonna need a row and the cell. So I will delete this, no need, right? For now, delete that, and I'm gonna delete the rest of the row. Okay, so it's look like little bit dangerous, but if you just think, if you remember how to create table and row and all that, right? Exact same thing. Okay, so the first thing now we're gonna add is in the head, right? Header cell, the first one was I believe, what we're gonna add, right? I forgot. Let's see. We're gonna add the title, right? So let's put title here, then we're gonna put description. The second one is description, right? No, I think status. And there is no description because description page will be separate, right? Later we're gonna create, and here created at, so we're gonna say Control G, created at. Okay, yeah, so that is all, right? Created at. What else we're gonna add? So we have title, status, title, status, and created at. Fine. So title, or we can call it the issue, right? So let's call this issue. Okay, and created. Okay, so that is all for the header section. So if I collapse header, that is the header, and now we have the body, right? So the, just imagine the heading of the table, there is a 3 field. Okay, and now just below that field we're going to add the data, right? So that will be in the body row. So we can have table cell maybe 3 times like that, and we can, I mean, we can check, right, how it looks right now. Okay, so that is the one row. You can add many row now, right? So let's go online and check. Okay, so you see that now, you see the issue, right? And there is the data just below that. Okay, so the point here now, right, it looks, you know, it expanding all the way. So we're gonna fix that later. Okay, we're gonna fix that, right? Maybe here what we can do is we can add class name and call it max width of maybe Excel, right? Excel. And yeah, so now it will just become something small like this. Okay, better will be, right, we're gonna put in the container, just wrap in the container everything and put in the center. So we'll try to look at that later. So we have a data, we're gonna display all the data here. Okay, so let's do that, right? So what I need is in the row, right? In the row, see now if you have data here, this is the issue data, right? You just have to loop through that issues dot map, and you're gonna have each issue, right? Issue, and we're gonna put here. So now what you want to display is table cell, correct? So let's put one cell. Oh no, 3 cell. We're gonna need 3 cell because we have for every issue there will be 3 items, right? So that's what we need to put here. Okay, I think I did something wrong, guys. Let me undo that, right? This will be, inside the body, because we're displaying the whole row. Okay, this row, right? Each issue will be one row. So now it says missing key, right? So let's add key equal to we can say issue dot maybe ID, right? Fine. And then we're going to display the data here. So that will be issue. First one is title. Title. The second one will be status, right? Issue dot status. And third one will be created ad, right? So we can call it issue dot created ad. Issue dot created ad. Okay, so this created ad must be formatted, right? So to, I believe, to data string, and then this is a function. Yeah, so now check here, we got all that, see, and all has status open, right now. So it's working already. Okay, so the next one is there will be some CSS we're gonna add, right? How we gonna do that? Let's see. Let me check, right? There is some style here. Okay, I don't see any code. Okay, I don't see anything here, right? So we might go and check in our let me check here, root. So to add this some kind of heading here, right, we might have to pass some props. Okay, so let me see here what we can pass. So okay, so the table root, right, variant is surface. Can we try this one? Let's and see how it looks. Okay, so in the table root, variant is surface. So this is just the props. Okay, there will be many props, and that makes some changes, right? Some style will be added automatically. So now you see nice curve table created, right, by just adding that variant surface. Okay, I want to put this in the center, right? Why not we do that? Okay, why not? Okay, for now let's leave it XL, or maybe 2XL. Can I make little big? Yeah. So that is all, right, in this section. I believe was just to displaying. Okay, one more thing we can do, map through the issue, right? Display, hide the status and the issue date, right? Issue date page. Okay, hide it. So in the let's see. So we want to hide the in the mobile, right? For example, if you look at this page, if I go scroll here, and then let's look at here. Okay, see, in the mobile, okay, we don't want, like getting cramp, right? We don't want. So why not we hide this status and created at in the mobile, and then display in the desktop, right? So maybe for MD we can display, and for a small device we can hide. So let's try to do that. So first in the heading, right here, status and created. So we're gonna have class name. First one in the mobile is hidden. Okay, and for MD we're gonna say I think block maybe sale or something, right, in the table. So there is some okay, just give me a second. Okay, table sale, I believe. Yeah, table sale, right? So same thing we're gonna apply now everywhere you want to hide. So also in the created, right, will be same. Now the data you displaying for status also will be same thing here, right, and the other one also, the last one. So now check, right. So if I inspect, now you see, you don't see now, right, that two items, okay, but when you go up you can see. The next thing we can do is we display the status just below that, the issue, right, in the mobile device. Status I want to see in the mobile, right, like open or created, something like that. So how are we going to do that? Let's check that. So the next step, so below here, that's the created and this is the one, right. So I just want to deal with the status. So the status is this one, right, status. So just below this, what we can do is we create one div, right, div here, and we can add something. So let's add some class name, right, class name, and we say we can say is md hidden, right, md hidden, okay. So above mobile device means above md device hidden, and you want to display the, in the mobile you want to display. So what you want to display, issue, not issue, right, oh yeah, issue dot status, issue dot status, status, status. All right guys, I think that is all enough, right, for this one. So let me inspect now. So if I go down, right, something did not work. So in the table cell we have this one, and below that we want to display, right. So why it did not work? We need to make we need to make a block. Let's try that block. Oh, it need to display, but oh man, what happened? So let me think. So table dot cell, that is okay. It is hidden in the, it is hidden. Okay, it is hidden in the, something is not correct, right, it is hidden, right. Yeah, because I make something wrong here. md table cell, that is fine. It is hidden in the mobile device, that is okay, right. Mobile device hidden. Oh sorry guys, this is hidden in the mobile. I should put in the below title, right. Sorry, my mistake. Okay, that's why I'm saying why it's not working, because we're gonna display together with the title, not status here, right, after this. Okay, that was my mistake. So we're gonna display that just below the title, okay. So now you see the status there. You know, we can even add some gap, right, we can put some gap. So that one we can add it here, right. Let's make it margin y-axis maybe 1, right, or 2 maybe. So yeah, so now it's okay. So in the in the mobile, above the mobile, the tablet desktop will be like this, and in the mobile will be something like that. Good. So that was all for this part, right, the first one. So add the block to display the status on the mobile. I supposed to add code here, I forgot, right. Okay, so that's done. So let's push our code now, right. We have done the bare minimum code for the first section, okay. So git add and git commit, and we can say what is the first title name, showing the issue, right, showing the issues. Good. And then git push, right. So next one is building the issue status badge, right? Status badge. So what is status badge, right? If you look at the badge here, we're gonna choose something from here. Okay, so let me show you the badge first. See, now we finish one section, right? Right now I'm not worried about that one. Okay, I'm just go to the next one and I will think only about that, right? So here I find the badge component. So badge, the completed or maybe in progress or the open, right? If you have something like this nice color, kind of button, right? It should be nice, correct? So how are we going to create that? So this is the component badge, right? You just have to import badge and badge component, and you pass the props color: orange for in progress, blue for in review, and color green for complete, right? So that is all. You can provide size also. So size, when you provide any size, right, look at here, it is in this form of string. Okay, so size equal to 1 or 2, you can do that, right? Default is 1, you can do the 2, right? Variant, you can have solid, soft, surface, outline. So what variant, what kind of button you want to make, right? So default is soft, you can make it solid or surface or outline, up to you. There is enum, so there is nothing for boolean and all that, right? Radius also you can apply if you want to have a radius. So there is no default. Maybe it looked like some small radius, right? But anyway, that is the what you call that, that is the badge, right? So how we can apply now? Let's think of, right? So we're going to import this. Okay, we're going to import this in our code and then we're going to start applying there. So let me import that badge. Okay, import. We have button, right? So we're going to just put here badge, right, like that. And where we displaying the what was that, status, right? Status here. Okay, so what we have to do, delete this for now. Badge, right? Let's call the badge badge and pass here title dot status, not title, God, issue, right? Issue dot status. And one more place we have, correct? So we need to change that also. Table sale here. So let's add a badge there also. So we need to provide the color, right? So for now, what I will do, I will just put color here, color, right? And make it red maybe, or maybe green, right? For green, because all is open, so let's make a green for now. Green, okay. And now check our code. So I need to run the I need to run the server, right? Do that. Okay, so now let's refresh. Now you can see that, the badge there, right? The button with open, all is open. We can change some of the property, like you can, in the database, you can go there and change it, make it like a close or in progress, and that should be appear here, right? So how we gonna now, how you gonna, in the different badge, right, how we gonna change color and all that? Okay, so how we gonna fix all that, right? So let's try now. So There is two different way, right? We can handle this. Either directly apply, I mean, we have to use the props. Okay, props means basically TypeScript, right? So let's check the code here. So we did this part. Okay, and now we added the beautiful badge component from Redux UI. Okay, so we just apply in the same place, right? Let's, why not we should extract that component separately and then use. Okay, so let's do one thing, guys. We're gonna make one component, one file, right? Issue status badge file, and then put the badge there, right? And then we're gonna call that badge, okay, in our code, right? So let's do that one, because we need to change the status. Remember, we have to get the status, right? We have to get the status. So if status is open, maybe you want to apply different color like red. If status is in progress, right, you want to apply violet color. If status is closed, orange. So there are three different conditions, right? We have to check and then call the return the badge. Okay, so it will be better idea to separate that, right, in the separate component, and fix all these things, and then just call that this component only wherever we need. So let's do that one. So I will copy this file name, means the component name, right, and then create a file. So this badge, I believe we will be only using in the this here only, right, in the issue page only. So I will just add here. Okay, I will not make a new file for now. If we have to, we will make it later, right? And React arrow function create export. Okay, so now import as, right, like that from Redux UI. So that is all we have to do for now. But remember, now this is a component, right? The component, you're gonna call it in your page here, correct? So for example, let's say import issue badge component. See how it will work, right? Just imagine this component. We have a status, correct? We have a status here, right? In our issue we have a status. This is status, so we're gonna send this status as a props. So this status maybe sometimes will be open, sometimes will be closed, sometimes will be in progress. So based on that condition, it will generate different color, right, in the badge. I hope everyone getting me, right, what I'm saying. So we're gonna pass, for example, let's think, let's look at here, right? Let's go back and change where we are using the badge. Okay, so the badge is here, right? So what I will do, I will delete this, and I'm calling issue status badge, right, like that. Simple. Now I'm gonna pass the props here, so I will call it status, right? Status like this, equal to, and issue dot status. See, now it will complain because you are sending the props, basically some kind of variable, right? Just imagine that, to our component. So we have to, the tell TypeScript is complaining, so we're gonna fix that, right? So let's delete that and also make it here. Good. So now this side is done. We just need to fix here now in our badge. So when you have the props, right, how are you gonna fix that? So that is you get props like this, right, and that is object, correct? Props, you sending data from the component here, you sending this data, what we send here, the status, right? So that is you passing the props status here. So you're gonna receive that props in our as a parameter props. Okay, here you're gonna receive it. So let's destructure, right? So I will call it status like that, and colon equal to maybe props, right? Props, but we have to define the props here. So interface, and there will be props, and that will be status, right? Status. So we're gonna have status colon, and that status is uh, string, right? So we can call it a string for now. Good. So it's done. So this is this status is open, close, or something like that, right? So the thing is, either you can follow this, right? Just return this condition. That is one way. Like you just check if for example, what I'm saying, right? What you can do is here, right? You can just write it like that and say if, right? Because we need to return the component. Okay, so if status is equal to, so let's call it open, right? Open. If that is true, then return you're gonna return what? Return the batch now, right? That batch you're gonna return, and the color, right? Color you have to pass now because this is open already. So you're gonna pass, let's say, what is for open, what we use for open, maybe let's call it red, right? Red. Okay, and close that. So something, what is here, right? No quick fix for this. I mean, we can just check, even we don't have to do anything here. Just check. So similarly, you can add for close and close, open, close, and in progress, right? And change the batch color different. Okay, make it different color. That is one approach. Okay, but the thing what we're gonna do, right, little different. Let's see, because I think there was some wrong mistake here, right? That's why it was complaining. But we're gonna use different approach. Okay, what we're gonna do is see in the TypeScript, right, there is something called record. Okay, the record, what is record, right? If you go back and second approach using record utility, right? So the using record utility type in TypeScript, which allow us to define key value pair. I mean, you can define the key, like for example, let's say open and then color, right? For the open condition. In progress, you can define the in progress and color. For close, you can define closed and color also, right? So you can define everything on the type here, right? You can define all that, and later you're gonna just you can just use it as an object, right? Object square bracket and check the status color. If that is whatever color, right here, based on status, now it will just grab from here, right, and pass it in the batch and done. Okay, so see how it works. Because in our, when you have Prisma, right, this record, why record is more useful, this record, and see how, okay, let's create this, right, and then see how we're going to create the map. Okay, mapping all this, how we're going to do that. So I will remove this for now. So let's try to understand, right? So even we don't gonna need we don't need this also, right? We not gonna need this. what we're going to use is the status, right, from our Prisma. So let's import that first. Import. See, when so the good thing about Prisma, right, when you one thing always remember, when you define the model with Prisma, Prisma already give us type for type checking, right? So for example, if I want to get status right, status status from client Prisma, see that is the already status, right? And this status already giving me open, in progress, and close. See, it already doing the type checking for me, right? So anywhere I need all these things to check, I will just call that status from Prisma. And there is one more title, right? Title. So let's get that. I believe no, clearly title. Okay, no, right, not the title, but what was that? Oh, issue also, right? So if you call the issue, so issue is the whole our model, right? And see, if you want to do any type checking in the model, look at here, you get ID, title, description, status, everything is there now. So that's why the Prisma is very like perfectly built system, right, to handle the database, and plus type checking already done. Okay, now what is this status? It's coming from where, right? This status, this is status, right, in open, progress, and all that. So why not just apply this status here? So we can status. So this is object, so we have to add in the object, right? Let's see, status equal to status, yeah. So we have to put as object status colon status. So I know this, it's look like little bit status, right? So always remember, if you have model and you want to check any type inside the field from the model, right, just call that one from the Prisma client and apply that type checking here, and done. So we don't have to write separate type here, right, the one we did earlier, props and all that. Okay, we don't have to do that. So that is done, but we're going to define now, right, all the fields for the const. Let's status map, right? Let's call this status map. So see how we define now. You can call it any name. Okay, status map here, like that, and we call record, right? Record. Okay, and then you put this bracket, right, and then you define all this field here. Okay, so what we're going to define now, so first one is status, right? Let's add the status here, and then you're going to define the field. So what are the field we're going to define now? Key and value, right? So we can call it key and value. So key will be the object, right? So let's say object here. So label, let's call it label. Label equal to, it will be string, right? So let's add a string, and the label, right, that will be key and value. And the next key is what? Our color, right? Color. So see, also we can define the whole color, right? All the colors here one by one. Okay, like red, violet, and green. You can define that best way, because this is the three color we need. Just put it here, right? And our work, I mean, basically see, you can even put a string, right? I will tell you now why I'm saying to define the color also. You can leave it a string, that's okay, but the best idea, you can add the color. The next step, what we're going to do is, so that was the bracket here, right? And then you have to do equal to. So this is the formula, same like a formula, right? Look at here, it's like this. So you call your type like status, and from there you define the rest, right? The object, one define object, and what field you need you put there, right? So label and color. So it's, I think someone has that done Python, right? You have seen the dictionaries, creating dictionary in Python somewhere, you know. It's something same like that. Okay, so yeah, so once we finish now equal to, we're gonna do our mapping here. Okay, so in the object we just define one object, right? And then just do mapping for open. So if the key is open, OPE and open, right? What we need now for open, what we need, so the object will be coming from here, right? This one. So basically it's saying your status is open. Now you add this one here. So it will be label for open is I think we have some kind of OPEN small letter, yeah, like that, right? So that is what you want to display. And the color, right? So we're gonna add color also, comma, this is all object, you know, so just writing object, right? Color will be red. See, save, right? So if you save, now you need two more, right? That will be in progress. So this name must match with our status. Okay, whatever you put in the model, right, you must match with that one. So in progress, here will be, just write it, the label you can put anything, it does not matter, but at least in progress matching, right? Let's see how I have written here, in progress, like that, separately. Okay, so you put there, and the color will be violet, VIOLET, right? Violet. So red, violet, that is just the name of the color, and the last one is close, right? So if someone you have put closed ed, you know, I did mistake here, I should have added closed, right? Ed, I can change in the database also, and then rerun the migration, right? For now let's leave it. Now let's put close here, and then what we're going to put here, red, violet, and the last one was green. So let's call closed closed and make it green here, green. So comma and save it. So that's it, you know, that is what we have to define, right? Once we finish defining that in our here, we're going to return, right? So if you look at that is done, so we can just return the batch now, return batch, right? So in the batch, you just have to pass the color, right? Color. And how are you going to get that? So from here, status map. Okay, so I think something I'm not doing correct here, because we have to match this one and here, right? So this batch will display, but based on this status map, right? So for example, let's say this is whatever status you get here. For example, let's say you get close, right, from other side. If you send close, so how you gonna get information from here, the close one, for example, I'm saying, right? So status, now you remember the object we learned before, right? If you have variable status like this, and then call the color, right? First we need color, COLOR, color. Okay, that is the first one. Okay, now we have to put it here, the label also. So that's why I need to close this batch. So let's put the label, right? Same thing, let's copy the same, or maybe type it, status map square bracket, and you're gonna call the status and dot label, right, label. So there is so many I don't know why it's complaining, right? RETURN return, cannot find name return, RETURN, right? Okay, something is, yeah, so something is not correct here. So that's the component, and we have return, right? Why capital? So now this is the problem here, right? So it's saying type string is accessible, type red, violet, and green, right? I mean something like that. So see, you just define it something like that, right? Then we'll be okay. So that's why in our color here, right, string, there is a string, define your color here. So we can say red, maybe violet, right? VIOLET, violet, and maybe green, right? And save. And now see, that error is gone, right? So there is no more complaining, because this is, if you need to find a color, it will go to the status, this status map, and based on this condition, right, is open or in progress or close, it will get that color. Okay, so that's why this is a type checking here, this is just a type checking, and then you define the object with property and value what you want to use, right? So it's good. Now you're gonna get the status from the other side, from here, right? You're gonna send the status, so, and based on that the color will be displayed. So that is all, I believe, in this part, right? In the building issue status batch. Okay, so let's check. You can see now all here, but what we're gonna do now, we're gonna change couple of, right? So let's go to the MongoDB and try, because let's see if this is working, right? So it's exactly same thing. Okay, the way we build that, right, it's exactly the same way what we have done in the object before. When there is a variable, how you gonna get data from the object, with the square bracket. I hope you all remember, right, the practice you have done in that JavaScript. So issue tracker, yeah, that's the one. Let's go to the database, and in the, go back to browse collection, right? Browse collection, and we're gonna change couple of, okay? Is this the right one? I don't think so. That is, no, not this one, right? Not this one. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this one, I think. Collection. So here, right? Yeah, so let's say first one is open, second one we can change, right? We can make it maybe, so we have to edit. So let's go back. Okay, let's click on edit, right? So that is edit, and here we can say, let's click on here. So you have to make sure you match the name, okay? Close, right? The status, like that, and update. So that is the close, and let's make it in progress also. So edit here, so we have, because right now we're doing manually, but later, you can change through the system, right? In progress. update. Yeah, so fine, right? Let's, I think the last one, let's do it one more with the close. Okay, close and update. Okay, so now check our site and refresh the page, and now look at here, right? So you see that's open, closed, and in progress. So you can see now the button here, right? And if I go mobile view, you can even see here now. Okay, so that was the all about this section. So let's commit now. So create badge, right? I want to get the same name from here. Building the issue status badge build, right? Build the issue status badge. That was the one thing we have done. So now, right? Okay, guys, I think I will leave it, right? I know I will just leave it here, and then we're gonna continue tomorrow. Okay, so what I will request you guys to please, you know, when you see something feel like difficult, right, just pay attention a little bit, do the revision couple of times, practice it, right, and try to make sure it work. Okay, make sure it, you just practice enough to understand and make sure it work. Okay, anything like you have doubt, anything you do not get it right, just let me know. I will try to explain. Okay, so I'll just stop here and then we're gonna continue. Just let me know, right, once everyone is done, you know, up to this point, you know, then we're gonna move. Okay, because if you don't not finish the previous one, and if you have not like get comfortable, right, then it will be difficult to go, you know, keep moving, right? It will be very difficult to understand. So it's a better idea to get it all done and then we're gonna move. All right, guys, so I'll stop here for now.